All right, discussion topic, how to market your 3D printing business. This is the thing with portals. Many people have had the question that has come up of like, great, I created a portal. I have my item uploaded. Anybody can get a hold of it. How do I market this? And this is true for your Etsy store, your Shopify, or anything else. All of those require some amount of marketing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to generically talk about how do you market your website. It might be a portal site. It might be Shopify. It might be your Etsy store. Okay, so if it was me, if I was starting my thing, and in fact, we're going to do this. We're probably going to do this video here at some point in the nearish future. If I created a portal, I created a design for cool 3D print, I uploaded it to my store, my Shopify, whatever else it was. The very first thing I would do is I would take my phone, I would put the thing on a table. Hopefully it's something demonstrable. If it's a pot, you put something in it. If it spins, then you make it spin. And I would hold the phone to it, and I would hit record, and I would make a 30-second video showing what the thing does. And then I would post that video instantly without editing much of it at all, just doing it live. Then I would make a second video, and I would move the pot to a slightly different area that looks a little bit better, and maybe put a plant next to it and maybe a pile of books. And then I would film a 30-second video of that, and I would post it. Then I would take the pot, and I've gotten used to kind of holding the camera, and I would turn the camera towards myself, and I would say, hey guys, so I designed this pot. The reason I love it so much is because all the other pots I had out there in the world just didn't work very well for me. So I went ahead and redesigned this one so that it's got this thing down on the bottom so that the water drains out better. And it's for a sale now. You can go to the link in my bio and get a hold of it because it's just got a way better way of doing this. And then you finish up talking about why it's good and what the problem is it solves. And then you post that video, unedited. And then you can go and make a fourth video. And you look at the pot, you do a demo, you cut, and then you turn to yourself and say, I designed this pot. It's really amazing because it's got the new hole down in the bottom. The money that I'm going to get from this is going to go towards funding some of my college or maybe just my groceries this week and that kind of stuff. If you want to buy it, you can go get a hold of it over here at my link in the bio. And then you post that video and you've just upgraded the cut. So you're going to do that 10 to 20 times. You're going to make 10 to 20 organic TikTok videos. Each video is going to get a little bit better than the one before, simply because you're making the videos. Just make the videos. Make 20 videos. Post them as soon as they're done. Don't get in your head about production value or anything else. Here's the rule for content. Show the item honestly, sincerely, and clearly, and explain why it matters to you and why it should matter to other people. That's it. That is the rule for TikTok video. Show it off as demonstrably as you can. Hopefully it moves. And if it doesn't move, show what it's for, and then explain why it's good and why you love it. Because people want to connect with you as the designer, and they want to connect with a thing that is good for them, that solves their problem. So do that and make 10 TikTok videos. That is the first thing that I would do if I was starting from scratch. One item, 10 videos. And then you start getting better. And then you continue making those videos. Now, okay, that's got you some organic views. On TikTok, if you've made those videos, you find the video that's doing the best. And you can buy a view on TikTok for 1/10 of a cent. So $10 will buy you 10,000 views. Literally, it's that cheap. You take the best video and you buy 10,000 views for $10. Go grab Uber and buy 10,000 views for $10. See what people say, see what people comment about it. You're making a 3D printed part, update it. Change it. And then you're going to make another video and say, hey, I just updated this. It's better than it was. You guys were all telling me about this. So I went ahead and tweaked this. And now it's better. You can go get it at my bio. And then you make 10 more videos about the upgrade. And you keep on going and you build that organic baseline for people to care about you. And you might get a couple of sales from that. That's a couple of sales. And you're going to keep on grinding because that's the way it is. There is no hack code. There's no cheat code to any of this. You just got to grind it out. And 10 videos is not that hard. You can knock out 10 30-second videos in about an hour pretty easily, even if you're being persnickety about stuff. Okay, 10 videos. Then you buy promoted views. You can boost a post on Instagram. You can buy ads against it, whatever. Okay, Now you've got organic videos. People are starting to follow you. I would stay there, stay on organic as long as you can. But like if that's starting to work, then you can buy more ads. You can do boosted posts on Instagram and paid traffic on TikTok. Those are two really easy ways to do it. Or you can go to Facebook or Google Ads, at which point you will plug in a tracking pixel from Facebook or the AdWords tracker inside of AdWords, and you're going to insert that into your website so that those two platforms know when somebody clicks to your site from the ad, and then you will buy ads against that. This is more challenging. This is kind of intimidating. This is when you will have to do some work or have ChatGPT help you. So that's step number 3, is go ahead and buy real ads by setting up a dashboard inside of Facebook or AdWords. Which one of those is best? I don't know. What is your product? If your product is functional and people go looking for the solution, use AdWords. If your product is cool and interesting and new and different, then you should probably do Facebook, because you're going to present it to people who might be interested in that kind of thing. But they're not actively looking for it. Okay, now you've bought some ads. The things that's the basic thing. Once you get to, you have a dashboard set up, you're rolling and you can do pretty well. Other ways of promoting your products. You can be clever. If you're selling on portals, you can create a QR code for your portal and set it up where a herd of people who will be interested in that will go there. Like, okay, so a brewery could create a portal, put a QR for a portal for like a coaster, for like a beer coaster. And then they could take that portal, turn it into a QR code, paste it at the front of the brewery and say, hey, you can buy our shirt or you can buy some of our coasters over here. Scan that QR code and the coasters will show up a few days later. That is a way of promoting it too in the real world. Put it into a poster. You might be a band. You can set up that QR code out in your merch table if you're a band. There's those more organic ways of marketing. You can get clever. Make a giant balloon. Go rent a Goodyear blimp and put a QR code to your portal on the side of it. Get a billboard. Billboard would be sick. There's all kinds of ways you can promote your item. So after you get past organic content, then boosted organic content, then you get to ads. After that, marketing is a creative exercise of where are your people and how can you show them your thing fairly easily. So that's how you promote your business. You start with organic content by just getting used to it, because that is the shot anymore. If you're running a small business, you have to do content. Then you boost the most popular part of that content. You buy views to get it even more views. Then you go ahead and start buying ads in general. And those ads, again, could just be those videos that you made before, or they can be formal ads. But that is how you promote and market your 3D printing business. Once you get to ads, then you can start trying other stuff. You can get clever. You can partner with an influencer. You can ship stuff around, whatever else it was. But before all of that, you have to make a video explaining what your item is and why it's useful. Then you boost the best versions of those videos after you've made 20 or 30 of them. Then you can go ahead and buy ads, and you're ready to buy ads. You shouldn't buy ads first, because you don't know if anybody cares organically. If nobody watches your stuff and nobody buys your thing because of the videos you're putting out, they certainly won't buy your stuff because of the ads you're putting out, because those are the same sort of situation. An ad is just messier and dirtier. So if people don't watch your stuff as is, they won't watch your stuff when you're paying for them to care about it. And this is where people always waste money. So 10 to 20 organic TikTok videos. I'm saying TikTok videos, not anywhere else. TikTok. And then boost those posts, then start buying ads and sharing stuff around in other ways. That's how you market a 3D printing business. And if you're creating portals, that's how you should market your portal. Here's the thing. As we grow and as Portals continues to grow, Slant 3D will start to market portals for you. We have a really good e-commerce team here. We know when products are good and we know when they're not getting the traffic that they should. So we will start driving traffic towards portals once we have people in there and we have kind of a critical mass of stuff to promote. We will also start moving portals more towards a marketplace, kind of like Etsy, to where people can browse and shop and find cool stuff. But there's a critical mass for that. Right now, Portals is designed to be the checkout place after somebody has visited your Instagram, after they got to know you, after they saw your storefront, after they read your blog post. You can have a little Portals link that people can buy the thing that you're talking about. or after somebody listened to your music, they can go buy your merch at the QR code out at the merch table. That is what Portals is. It is a way to very quickly and easily get something for sale, get it made, and get it delivered, which was never possible before. So hopefully that was useful. That is how you promote your 3D printing business, whether you're doing Etsy, Shopify, whatever else it was. Etsy, of course, and some of these other platforms have built-in advertising tools, and Etsy has some organic traffic. But again, if your product can't be sold organically on TikTok, then it won't sell organically on Etsy. That very rarely is the case. But alrighty, everybody. Well, I'll turn you all loose. Have a great day. This was an awesome podcast. And I'm not sure, but future me may be doing a live stream after this. It'll depend on how available I am this weekend. But stay around for that. It might be there. It might not. I'm not going to guarantee anything. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. And if I is, I'm going to be walking on a path with a phone. But have a great day, everybody.